What's up, farmers? Today we're driving deep into what might be the most game-changing manure handling system I've ever tested. Wait, why am I talking about a manure handling system? I have talked about one of the most massive portable pump systems before, but that was for the FD&Y Super Pumper system, and it was for fighting fires with massive water flow, not for moving manure. If you missed my Super Pumper video, there's a link in the description below. So, why am I talking about manure handling?
Good question.
Oh yeah, SpecCast has made some 64th scale models of puck manure handling equipment, such as the puck WH5780 pump unit and the puck HG16 hose cart, and I'll review those a little later. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this combination is taking the farming world by storm, and whether it's worth the investment for your operation. Let's be real for a second. Manure handling is probably the biggest pain point on most livestock farms. And I know because I've been there. Pumps that clog every few hours, hoses that burst under pressure, equipment that breaks down right when you need it the most. And don't even get me started on the time you lose every single day. According to a recent studies, the average dairy farm loses over 3 hours daily to manure handling issues. That's nearly 1,100 hours per year. At $25 per hour, that's $27,500 in lost productivity annually. But what if I told you there's a system that could cut that time in half while actually improving your operations efficiency? Meet the puck WH5780 pump unit. And before you roll your eyes thinking that this is just another pump, let me show you why this thing is different. First off, this isn't your typical centrifugal pump. The WH5780 uses a specialized impeller design that's specifically engineered for high solids manure handling. The secret is in the oversized passages and the aggressive impeller geometry. This thing can handle solids that would choke out most other pumps. And here's the kicker. It's not just about handling solids. The hydraulic efficiency on this unit is incredible. We're talking about moving more material with less power consumption. Guys, let's get technical here for a minute, because the engineering is actually fascinating. The WH5780 comes with multiple power options, but the standard setup gives you 4,500 gallons per minute. That's enough to handle even the largest operations. Look at this construction. Heavy-duty cast iron billet, hardened steel impeller, and these seals, they're rated for continuous operation in the harshest conditions. But here's what I love. When you do need maintenance, everything is accessible. This comes off in just seconds, and you can then inspect or replace the impeller without major disassembly. Now, I've tested this with everything from liquid dairy manure to thick beef waste, and the consistency is remarkable. No pulsing, no cavitation, just smooth, reliable flow. But a great pump is only as good as its delivery system, and that's where the HG16 comes in. This isn't just a hose reel. It's an engineered mobility solution that transforms how you handle manure distribution. First thing you notice is the build quality. This tubular steel frame is built to handle the abuse of dairy farm operations. It holds 2 miles of 6-inch diameter hose, and the reel system is designed for smooth, tangle-free operation. But where this thing really shines is mobility. These tires are designed for farm conditions, and the balance point is perfect. Even when fully loaded, one person can maneuver this thing easily. Multiple hitching options mean you can pull it with anything from a utility vehicle to your main tractor. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I timed our traditional setup versus using the HG16, and the time savings are substantial. We're talking about cutting application time in half, which means that you can cover more ground in less time or free up labor for other critical tasks. Here's where the magic happens. When you combine these two units, you get a system that's greater than the sum of its parts. The pump provides consistent pressure and flow, while the cart ensures you can deliver that performance anywhere on your operation. Let's talk about the numbers, because I know that's what you really want to know. The initial investment for this system is way north of $75,000, which I know sounds like a lot. But when you factor in the time savings, the reduced labor cost, and increased reliability, most operations see payback within 18 to 24 months.
And here we go, guys. This is the Puck WH5780 pump unit. It's a booster pump, and it is in 1/64 scale diecast by SpecCast. And then below it is the Puck HC16 hose cart, and it carries the hose. It's also in 1/64 scale diecast by SpecCast. They have a really nice box, the Puck label right there. They have some information on the end of the box, as you can see, about the unit. Then on the back, they have a picture of the real machine and some more information. And again, there's the Puck logo. And then underneath, of course, we've got the item number, and the pump unit is PCK004, Puck built to lead. Then we come down to this bottom one and the hose cart. And again, we have information on the end about it. We have pictures of the real machines on the back, the Puck logo, and then underneath we have the item number, and it is PCK006. Now, what do you say we open these up and really look close at them? As you saw, they came in a window box, but then they also have a 2-piece blister here. Then they, not only that, they taped it down, and then they put this little lid on so that you could take it out and put it out. Now, the pump does come with some extra hose sections right there. Really cool, so you can hook the whole thing up. Now, we'll go on and pull the pump out. Set him aside. If you'll note, there is the hitch pin, and it is hanging on a chain so that you can hitch this thing up to a tractor. That's the way it would go, and then we'll have it hitched up here shortly. That one aside. I don't think I'm going to open up these hoses. You can get the idea. They're a plastic hose, orange, and then they get the little nice connectors on each end. Really, really cool. And then there's a connector piece so you can connect the two hoses and make it even longer for each one. Then we'll take it off for the hose reel. Now there's no extra hoses in there, and it had an extra little piece that was holding down the tongue, which is kind of standard, so it stays in place. And then there we go. It also has the hitch on a chain right there. So there we go. Now let's start off reviewing, and we'll start with the pump. This is the booster pump. It is a really nice, actually very heavy die-cast model. It has 4 jacks, and yes, they are screw-down type, and I just knocked one off. It's going to need a drop of glue, and it goes right back on. It ain't no big deal. But they are screw-down type jacks. They screw, you can see like that, to stabilize this pump in place. So guys, learn from my mistake. Be very careful when handling these things. This glue does kind of dry out when you're in, when it's shipping over here. So sometimes that super glue can dry out and parts will fall off. They're easy to put back on, just a little another drop of super glue. But there we go. It has nice soft rubber tires on plastic wheels. It has the WH5780 logo and the puck logo written right down there. It has a Caterpillar yellow diesel engine, because these do come with Caterpillar engines to power them. Really big, powerful engines. You can see there's the radiator for the water cooling, the Caterpillar engine, all the nice fancy detail. The fuel pumps, the fuel filters, oil filters, piping for the radiator, piping for the turbo, piping for the exhaust, the intake filter. Really, really, really sharp. It's got a cover here, which you could put a canopy on it, or you just park this thing inside, like put a tent or something over top of it. It has a place where you hook up your hose on the inlet and on the outlet side here, over here, so that you could pull it and really run it. This would be inlet, that'd be the outlet. It has the puck logo there, WH5780, and it has the hitch. It has two more stabilizing jacks on this side so that you would set this thing apart, and then them jacks would hold it perfectly level so that your pump isn't jumping around on you, because it really would in real life. Underneath, it's got a date of manufacture 02021, so the 20th day of 2021 is when this was made. So these have been around a while. Nice tread pattern on the tires. And then you can see the frame is X patterned, really, really sharp the way they did this and set it all up. And onto the back. Now, they did not tampo the brake lights. They're kind of cast in where they would be, but they didn't tampo them. They also didn't tampo the little DOT lights. But you can see the grills for the radiator are there, really, really sharp. There's your fuel tanks. Overall, they did a really nice job. Really fancy looking on the pump. They did a great job molding the pump design, the hoses, connections, everything, the inlets, the outlet. They really, really pushed this pump. So it's a really nice model. It'll look great. And then we'll hitch it up to a tractor here in a minute. Of course, I'll have to fix that little jack, which is no big deal. Just a little drop of super glue. Now let's talk about the hose cart over here. And here we go. This is the hose cart. It has nice soft rubber tires. They're different tread pattern, and they're a really wide tire for going over the ground. It has the hydraulic pistons here that are just molded. Well, they're molded in plastic and put in place, but they're not. It doesn't actually, they don't move, but the hitch does pivot like the real one does. So you could spin this thing around. The real one spins a little bit so you can move the hose easier. And it does that so that it wraps up good. It has nice die-cast frame. Here it has the HC16 and the puck logo on the arm. I'll bet you there's one on the other side just like it. Hydraulic motor that runs this hose reel is right there. And you can see it has a length of hose already on it. And then they kind of wrapped it around there. So you could probably unknot that and unroll this length of hose. Looks like it's 2-inch hose. So with the 2-inch, this should be like a mile of hose on there. I doubt it scales out to a mile, but good enough. Then we got over on this side, we got another puck logo. We've got the model number of there, and then more hydraulic motors going around to the back. Guess what, guys? Let's see, we have another hitch place, and it has a hole in it. But this one, they actually tampoed the brake lights and the turn signals. So this one is got red and amber for brake lights and turn signals, less like the real one should have. So they did a really, really nice job. This has also got the double tongue, whereas the pump only had the single tongue. Now let's go on and hitch them up to a tractor and show you how you would move these around in the field. And there's the hose cart hitched up to a tractor. I got it hooked up to an old 3788, which is a really nice old Ertl piece that they've come out with. And now let's go on and hitch up the pump. I've got a truck here to haul that one. I'll put that jack in the bed of the truck so we don't have to worry about losing it. And then just drop that one into the hitch pin right there. That one's easier to hook up because it doesn't have the tongue underneath. And then that's how you would move those pieces from field to field. You'd take and pull your pump. You could haul it with a tractor or you could haul it with a truck, but you'd haul it from place to place and set your pumps up right there. And then you'd bring your hoses and you'd roll out your hoses with your tractors. Really, really great setup. And SpecCast has done a great job running this whole thing. And I think what I'll do is look for all the rest of the pieces and see if I can make the whole set and maybe do a diorama piece set up with the pump sitting at the slurry tank and then the hose connecting with a booster pump and the applicators and everything for a manure set. And that, my friends, is the 1/64 scale WH5780 puck equipment booster pump and the 1/64 scale die cast HC16 puck equipment hose cart. Both of them are great models to go on your diorama and perfect if you're setting up a dairy farm. These are awesome. By the way, while supplies last, you can get these and other puck equipment down at my website. So please go on and make a purchase there to help support this channel. It really goes a long way to keeping this channel going. I have a ton of fun making these videos for you guys, but it really takes a lot of time. So please go on and make a purchase. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's be honest here about the pros and the cons because no equipment is perfect. The pros: the reliability is outstanding. Build quality is top-notch. The efficiency gains are real and measurable. And the system integration is seamless. Now for the cons. The upfront cost is significant. It's definitely overkill for smaller operations. And while maintenance is easy, parts aren't cheap. So, who is this system really for? If you're running 200 plus head dairy operation, this is a no-brainer. The efficiency gains alone justify the investment. Custom applicators who need reliability and efficiency will love this system. But guys, if you're running a smaller operation or you're just starting out, this might be more system than you actually need right now. Bottom line, if you're serious about manure management and you have the operation size to justify it, the Puck WH5780 and HG16 cart combination is probably the best investment you can make. I put a link to the Puck manufacturing in the description below. Tell them that you saw this review and they should be able to help you determine if this system makes sense for your operation. Also, I put links to buy the 64 scale Puck equipment in the description below as well. If this review helped you out, smash that like button and subscribe for more real-world equipment reviews. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest manure handling challenge?